Hello, I'm Kerri. If you've got an itch for some fishing, we can scratch it. We've got the best fishing show on the net. Fishing with Joe, you gotta love it.
Hey guys, I'm here at Madison Lake State Park, and I'm gonna show you some fishing here at Madison Lake State Park. They say that Madison Lake is one of the best crappie lakes in Central Ohio and one of the best in the state. Madison Lake has a big population of crappies, but they aren't always the biggest ones. Some guys catch really big ones, some guys don't, but when you go to Madison Lake, you will get lots of numbers. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you some fishing, but I'm gonna fly the drone up. They say some areas of Madison Lake are the best. It would be the top end of the lake where the creek feeds into the reservoir. Where the creek feeds into the lake, that area, that is the better area when they seem to electroshock it. And the Ohio Division of Natural Resources does their studies. They say that area is the best. So I'm going to fly the drone over that area. I'm going to show it to you. I'm going to show you some fishing. Stay tuned. You are going to love it. Pow!
Need bait and tackle for your next fishing adventure? Visit R&R Bait and Tackle, open 7 days a week, all summer long. For over 100 years, our minnows, craws, and crawlers have caught fish or died trying. Call us for the latest fishing report and visit to see why we're the best in the Buckeye State.
And it's surprising how shallow they are. Ooh, there we go. There's another one. That's a white crappie this time. It's surprising how shallow they are. I'm actually fishing about 12 inches deep in November. Now that was the thing about fishing pads. Not all the pads had fish, and you could fish a whole lot of them. There we go. There we go. That's a little bit better one right there. Alright. Enjoying the last warm day of the year when I'll be able to be out on the boat. Alright, there we go. I kind of remember how it used to be around the lily pads though. used to be like this. In the fall and or not the fall, but the early part of the year. In the early part of the year, when the fish would come up, ooh, that's bad for you. Very bad. I don't even know how you got it like that. There we go. But in the early part of the year, as soon as they would come up, and as soon as that sun would go down, that's it.
Weldcraft makes the most reliable, durable boats on the planet. All welded hulls and heavy-duty construction are the reasons why. With over 25 years manufacturing experience, you can't go wrong. That's why it's the boat Joe chooses to reel in the big ones. If you want the hottest boat on the planet, you better quit playing. You better get to Weldcraft. Now let's get back to the fishing and fun.
Turn her around. Alright. So I'm just looking at the little creek coming back. You can see the bridge way out in the distance. And pan down just a little bit. Get a good look. Haha. All right. Yeah, I was all the way over. I was all the way down on the main part of the lake down there. Yeah.
Gyro stabilized camera and all that good stuff.
4K. basically I had it all the way down over the main part of the lake.
Past that big S curve. And...
Yep, past the big S curve and everything all the way down there. So you're flying by video. And it's a great tool to have. All right, this is the fun part.
Actually, out here at Madison Lake State Park, the crappie limit goes from what we define as Madison Lake State Park, which is from the dam up to the bike trail just north of here.
Okay.
That is the water that is defined as the crappie Madison Lake limit.
And we are at Route 662 right now.
665.
665.
State Route 665.
Just above Madison Lake.
Yep.
So tell me about the limit on crappies here at Madison Lake.
There's a 9-inch limit with a 30 bag for crappie out here.
Okay, so that's it, guys. 9 inches, bring your ruler out, and only 30.
Only 30, yep.
All right.
And that's within this area. However, once you go north of there is no limit.
Okay.
And
there we go. All right, Mr. Crappie. Woo. Nice and cold. Probably the last warm day of the year that I'm gonna get. So I'm trying to make the most of it. There we go, catching crappies. See if I can get another. Oh, kinda. There's another one. It's the last of the warm weather, so I'm just catching some fish. There we go. There we go. Going home.
right where you're at right now is actually a fishing easement area. So this is actually an agreement that we have with the local landowner to allow the fishing in this area.
Okay, all right. So guys, a little bit of information about the crappie limits here. They catch a lot of them here, a whole lot of crappies. You know where the good areas are, you know what the limits are, you know where the crappie limit area ends at the bridge just past 665. So you got lots of information. That's the information that you need when you come out here. Now you just have to tell us what they're catching.
I don't know yet. Fall bite hasn't started yet. So thing to do out here, most guys have more luck out fishing out of kayaks.
Mm-hmm.
The kayak is the preferred method out here. You can get to a lot more property and fish a lot more structure from kayaks.
All right, so for you kayak fishermen, this is a great place for you to go. Or if you have a boat that you can kind of navigate with an electric motor, and you have a good electric motor, you can launch down in the state park.
Yes.
And it is a little bit of a trek to get to the top end where the crappie are at. So you'll have to, you know, figure in some extra time if you want to do that.
And the wind. The wind is a big factor out here on a trolling motor because you will run your batteries out before you know it.
All right.
Especially if you got a south wind.
All right, guys. So that means make sure you have your batteries charged up, and maybe even put an extra battery in the bottom of the boat, because if that wind kicks up, that's it. Boom. You know, you're going to be fighting against it. You're going to need that extra power.
You are.
All right. All right.
I've been there.
I've been there.
I've ran out, yeah.
It's not a good feeling. And so then have a paddle in the boat and be prepared to start paddling. So. All right. Hey, thanks.
Appreciate
it's good running into you.
All right.
Every once in a while, folks at home, I see the wildlife officers, and I have to wrestle them down and get a good interview from them. And that's what I did today. Thank you very, very much.
Thanks, sir.
Really appreciate it. All right, guys, put the drone away. Hope you enjoyed the fishing. Hope you enjoyed the aerial views, and I hope you enjoyed the interview that I just happened to get with our local wildlife officer here on Madison Lake. All right, so I hope you enjoyed all of that, and look for some of my other shows. I know you're going to enjoy those as well. I go all over the state of Ohio and beyond, show you some great fishing, and of course I have a great time with it. All right, so I'll see you guys again next time. Thanks for watching.